All right, let's talk about something that sounds way more complicated than it actually is. We're going to take one of your Windows computers and turn it into your very own personal VPN server. Yep, one that you control completely. So, have you ever been out somewhere and bam, you realize you desperately need a file that's stuck on your computer back home? Or, you're at a coffee shop using their Wi-Fi and you're just not feeling super secure. Well, if that's you, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to solve both of those problems right now. Okay, before we dive into the how, let's talk about the why. Because honestly, this is so cool. Building your own VPN is like giving yourself a few digital superpowers. You can hide your real IP address, you can get past those annoying network blocks at, say, school or work, and maybe most importantly, you can encrypt all your data when you're on some sketchy public Wi-Fi. But for me, the real game changer, it's being able to securely get to your own personal files no matter where you are in the world. So here's the game plan. First, we'll tackle the server setup. Then we'll set up the client computer to connect to it. After that, we'll get into accessing your files and, fixing the little things that might go wrong. And we'll wrap it all up with a really important pro tip to keep your internet running just right. All right, let's get into it. Part 1, the server setup. This is all about building your home base, the computer that's going to host the whole thing. Okay, first things first, we have to tell our server computer to even listen for connections. So you're going to head into the Network and Sharing Center. Now, once you're at Change Adapter Settings, here's a little pro tip. Hit the Alt key on your keyboard. It makes this hidden file menu pop up. From there, you just create a new incoming connection. You're basically just telling Windows, hey, get ready for a visitor. You'll pick which user account can connect, say it's coming through the internet, and that's it. Click Allow. Now, a huge reason we're even doing this is to get to our files, right? So let's share a folder. Just find the one you want, right-click it, and dig into Properties, then Sharing, then Advanced Sharing. Okay, check the box to share it, and this is super important, don't just click OK. You have to click on Permissions and give your user full control. That way you can actually edit and save files, not just look at them. Hit Apply, and your folder is officially on the network. And just like that, our server is ready to go. So, let's switch hats. Imagine we're now on our laptop, out at that coffee shop. It's time for part 2, setting up the client to actually connect to our home base. On your client machine, your laptop, this is actually pretty straightforward. You just go into your settings, find Network and Internet, then VPN, and click Add a VPN connection. The provider is just Windows built in. Give the connection a name you'll remember. And now the most important field, server name or address. This is where you put the public IP address of your server back home. It's literally the address your laptop needs to find it. After that, just type in the same username and password you picked on the server and click Save. And really, this is the magic link right here. The whole thing just boils down to this one piece of info. You take the public IP address from your server at home, and you plug it right into the server name field on your client. That's it. That's the secret handshake that connects the two. All right, you should be connected. Now for the best part, actually getting to your files. And hey, if something goes wrong, don't sweat it. We're about to cover a couple of the most common hiccups so you won't get stuck. So to actually see the files, we need one last IP address. This time, back on the server, open up a command prompt and type ipconfig. You'll see a bunch of numbers, but you're looking for the IP that the VPN connection is using. Think of this as its private internal address inside our new tunnel. Grab that address, jump back to your client machine, open File Explorer, and in the address bar, type 2 WY, followed by that IP. Hit Enter, and boom, there's your shared folder. But what if you click Connect, and you get that dreaded connection could not be established error? Don't panic, this is super common, and the fix is actually really easy. So here's the fix. Sometimes the server just doesn't know what internal IP addresses to give out to clients that connect, so we have to tell it. Back on your server, go into the properties for those incoming connections again, go to the Networking tab, find IPv4, and click Properties. From there, just check the box for Specify IP addresses and give it a range, something just like the example here. This basically gives the server a little pool of addresses to hand out. Click OK, try connecting again, and you should be golden. Okay, next problem. Let's say you're connected, but you can't see your files. The folder just isn't there. What gives? Well, almost every single time, the culprit is the Windows firewall on your server just being a little too overprotective. And luckily, the fix is super specific and easy. On the server, you need to open up the advanced Windows firewall settings. Look for inbound rules. Now scroll through that list until you find a rule called Net Logon Service. That's the rule that handles the traffic for file sharing. All you gotta do is right-click on it and enable it. That's it. You've just told the firewall it's okay to let your file sharing requests come through the VPN tunnel. Okay, there is one last big piece of the puzzle, and it's something called port forwarding. Pretty much everyone has a router at home, right? Well, think of your router as the receptionist for your entire home network. Port forwarding is just you leaving a note for the receptionist that says, hey, if anyone shows up asking for the VPN, please send them directly to this one computer right here. Without that note, the receptionist has no idea where to send the visitor. So to set this up, you have to log into your router's settings page. Now, every router is a little different, but you're looking for a section called port forwarding or maybe virtual servers. You're going to create a new rule for port 1723. That's the magic number for this kind of VPN. Then you tell it the IP address to send that traffic to, which is the local IP of your server PC. You can find that with ipconfig again. Save the rule, and now your router knows exactly what to do. All right, we're on the home stretch. And this last pro tip is a really important one. It's a tiny change that makes the whole experience way better by letting you browse the internet normally while you're connected to your VPN. Okay, check this out. By default, when you connect to your VPN, your laptop tries to send all of its internet traffic, like for Google, YouTube, everything, all the way through your home server. And that can make things really slow. So here's the fix. On your client computer, find the VPN connections properties. Go to the networking tab, into the IPv4 properties, then click Advanced. Just uncheck one box. Use default gateway on remote network. Click OK, and you're done. Now, only the traffic meant for your home files goes through the tunnel, and everything else uses the fast internet you're already on. And that's it. You've done it. You now have a private, encrypted tunnel straight to your own data, and it's controlled completely by you. This isn't just some tech project, right? This is about taking back control of your own digital stuff. So the real question is, what are you going to build with it?